show you how to draw a realistic human face with charcoal or pencil or whatever you like. First of all, I want to show you how the human skull works. As you can see, it's very symmetrical and you can easily part it into two. And this is exactly what is gonna happen now, because we're going to analyze now how the human head works. Okay, and we're gonna part it again into two, and you see the eyes will lie exactly in the middle of the face. Okay, now we're gonna cut it into thirds, and the lowest third reaches from chin to the end of the nose, the second to the eyebrows, and the third to the space to the area where the hair starts to grow. And left you can see how you start off with the usual sketch. The usual sketch starts off with the neck, which you split into two afterwards. When you've done that, you can draw in some additional lines for the nose or the mouth or the ears, whatever you like. Of course, this is mainly for starters. I mean, you will always be drawing some guiding lines, but you won't be drawing as many as I show here. Usually I just draw the egg for the human head and cut that into a horizontal and a vertical half, so I know where the eyes lie and where the nose has to be. Okay, here comes another sketch. As you see, although the face is not frontal, I work exactly the same way and just cut the head into two halves and know from that where the rest of the facial organs has to be, like the eye and the nose and the mouth. Please note that the ears are as long as the nose. That's why glasses work so well. And also, if you draw vertical lines down from the pupil, it defines how broad the mouth has to be. Okay, now another sketch from the side. It's also the same here, as you see, and there's not much difficult about it. Here comes a very interesting technique for starters. I usually don't use that, but it can be very helpful for people who have never drawn human face before. Just place a grid on the picture. It would be better, of course, if you did this digitally, but I had no I couldn't show that. And after that you draw another grid on paper that is as big as on the original photo, and after that you can start to draw. It's even better if you do a grid and place a fresh piece of paper above that, so you can see the grid shine through and get a clean sketch after that. Okay, now you look what is in each square and just draw that. This is very easy, and you learn from that very fast. Here's a real picture with a real sketch and how I draw that. Here you see two eggs because it's gonna be two people, and two lines to cut the eye into half, and again two lines to cut them into half. And you already see that I marked where the eyes have to be and the nose and so on. Since I've got quite some practice, I don't need many guiding lines here. It's more of a feeling. And I also have the photograph on my laptop, so I can always see where everything has to be. I always take care to draw very good sketches, so I don't have to worry about the placing of the nose, for example, when I start the shading. So it's very useful to invest a little more time into the sketch, and after that have a very good time just shading your portrait. Okay, now the shading starts, and as you can see I use charcoal for that, or rather black chocolate, because that one is not as brittle as charcoal and is easier to maintain. As you can see, this face of the woman is not as symmetrical and perfect as the one before. For example, her mouth is much closer to the nose and her chin is much bigger than that of the woman before. But this is exactly what you should keep in mind, because normal people look quite different from the ideal man or woman. Also, kids don't always look perfect. They may appear perfect to you because of their unique qualities and their character, but if you draw them, they don't fit into that grid as good as that model before. But this is in the end what makes drawing so very interesting, and I personally love to draw those let me say imperfect faces, because they are so much more interesting. Okay, we can go on with the child now. Maybe you noticed that I always start off with the contours and the darkest spots with my charcoal pencil, and after that I take out my tortillon and rub the chalk or the charcoal into the paper so it appears even blacker. And after that I blend shadows and lightnings with either my chamois leather, my kneadable eraser, or again the tortillon, the blending stump. Kids' faces, of course, are quite different from grown-up faces. You can see that clearly here, but they still fit into a loose grid that I explained earlier. Okay, I hope you were able to learn quite something today, and you're able to apply this to your own drawings. Thank you for watching.